Hey everybody and welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved with me and an otter. Yeah. Today we're gonna have a very special treat for you. We're gonna hook up with Eco, who made all those, lovely mods. Oh, the lag. Oh, I just logged in. Who made all those lovely mods that we use down there, for example. And we're basically gonna do a tour. It's for Eco's 1 million subscriber stream. And that's gonna be fun. It's definitely gonna be fun. I see you afterwards.
Alright, it looks like I have loaded in.
Yeah, looks like it. You're standing here.
Yay! I'm here, I'm a person, I'm doing things.
Yay!
I have a wolf hat on. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello?
So, please show me around. Where do you guys want to start at?
I guess right here? It's good.
Okay.
Since this is where we started out. I mean, it's Viking Bay on Ragnarok, right? This is where you're supposed to start in because it's the least dangerous area. It's also, I think, the most beautiful area because you have this really huge bay. And we plan to transform the whole bay into something big.
Very nice.
So we started right here. Down there's our little testing ground because it's pretty flat, so we tested platforms just to check what structures we have available, what color combinations and stuff. So that's not really impressive.
Okay.
Have a little starter shack over here. You might recognize this one. I believe that's your stables mod.
Complete with
Yep.
saloon doors.
Oh yeah.
As it should be.
Couldn't wait to try that out.
Yep. Oh, that's gorgeous.
I must ask though, can I have some rocks to put in my pockets? Because I forgot to put my movement speed up really high, and I don't want to zip around.
Do we have some somewhere? Or we can get some real
There
quick.
might be some. Yeah,
Bring me down,
there's
please.
a little bit in here
Let's see.
in the tables.
Just want to be slower.
There's that, and in this table there is more rocks.
Mind me while I just steal all of your things.
Okay, no problem.
Take whatever you need.
There's also out back here. There's a crate with a lot of stuff in it, so
Okay.
some of that should slow you down.
Yeah, I'm adding 1500 rocks to that. That should be fine.
1500.
Well, what do you do when you got an ascendant
On the
hatchet?
back.
Yep. Right there. Whee. You also should have some tech armor if you want to fly around a little.
Oh gosh, I'm horrible at tech armor.
Well,
Tell everybody.
it's up to you.
That's my weight. Let's take up. Let us see. Nope.
First world problems, huh?
I know, for real.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm like a normal person now. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
then
That's
you're the
good.
only one then. 'Cause we're all nuts here.
I like to run away from my problems, like raptors and all those things that like eat you.
Yeah, same here. Who doesn't? Yeah, we have some custom stats since it's a customized server with mods and everything. So obviously we have upped XP and taming and the amount of speed you get when you level. So yeah, that goes fairly quickly.
Very scary things.
That's the first thing we really built over here. A lovely bridge that leads up to the lighthouse.
I like how you did the stairs like on the outside. That looks really neat.
Yeah, initially we wanted to try something, something weird, like we are. Weird stuff is good. So this is pretty much all Structures Plus. I guess everybody knows that. And there's not much room for decorating since it's just a lighthouse, really.
It serves its purpose.
Yeah, it was a good start. But if you come up here, you have a nice view of the bay. And if you think about this bay all being transformed into a big village or town, a harbor town, that's what we plan. Yeah. depending on your rendering settings, you should also be able to see the ship over there in the mouth of the bay, and the first structure on the other side already.
Yep.
Which is the coastal fort and the harbor master's office. And that's where we're gonna go next. So, if you don't want to fly, well, we have a flyer for you.
Oh, if I don't bounce off the edge and die first.
You can do that. That works for me.
I think I'll just go swimming. It's fine.
Yeah. We tried that many times, and since the rails are in, nobody fell off. So it's quite good. So you would be a first. That's also a way to make a name for yourself. Yeah, your flyer's right there. You can have that one. I'm just going to use this one. Alright, let's go to the other side. And I guess we start right up here. Why not? So since all of this is going to be a harbor town and depends on shipping, you know, like the old Venice, we thought it would be a good idea to make sure that no pirates steal your stuff. So we built a little coastal fort over here.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Well, have a look around.
I want to shoot the big ship, but then again, I don't. I break it.
I think they're not loaded. Just in case we get visitors, they're not loaded. Well, I guess if you want to take the lead and have a look around, I just comment on whatever you want to get comments on. It's probably the easiest. There's doors somewhere.
Let's let it load a second. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
This is really pretty.
Now, fair warning, there's still a lot more decorating I want to do in here, so it's not fully done yet.
Yeah, but it's a military installation, so it's not really that much for a decorative job. How did you get in here?
Yeah, I was just wondering that.
Well, there's no murdering birds on screen, so...
I'll just look away, it's fine.
Alright. Didn't happen.
So, would you like a drink after that?
Yeah! Well, I feel like the beast chili hunter here.
I feel like the bird may need a drink after that.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if it helps anymore, but yeah. It's still convulsing, that's awful. Yeah, so this is basically your coastal force, so it's a room for a garrison of, well, a couple of soldiers probably. I mean, you need to man all those guns outside, so you need powder and, you know, cannonballs, and you need room for people to sleep. And to store your armor and weapons. You even have a catapult outside. And there's actually a trebuchet on top of that little rock up there. I don't know if you can see that from here. Yeah, from here you can.
Look at all the boats. I'm sorry, ships. I always call them boats, and I get yelled at by Doc, so...
Yeah, well, I've been in the Navy for 2 years, so... I know all about boats and ships. Yeah, we haven't done anything to the actual, well, road up to that little fort yet, and right up here we are going to have the big entrance. Maybe a drawbridge or something, haven't decided yet. That's going to come. Yeah. And then obviously downhill is the road into the town. And on the right hand side, if you look out of your right window, you see the harbor. I guess we go here first. Definitely a lot of ground clutter over here. I mean, ships get loaded and unloaded. You don't really have time to bring everything where it needs to be, so stuff just, you know, keeps lying around, especially behind you.
This is amazing. So much detail. Yeah,
it's what we love to do. I'm German. I'm expected to do that. Oh, but this is really where your mod and most of the others that we use here really shine. It's just the attention to detail to bring life to things. I mean, we even have these moorings here, which are actually just stone pillars.
Oh, yeah.
And that took a while to get them to that height and to have them all at the same height.
I bet.
Yeah,
That's really neat.
it worked.
Everyone in chat thinks it looks amazing.
That's good. Yeah, I see that. I'm actually keeping an eye on that. You might notice all the lamps. Probably you know those.
Yes.
I think that's your garden decor, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I like them. They give out just the right amount of light when it's dark.
Ooh, hello, lady.
Mm-hmm. She's actually close right now. I mean, you can actually remove that only piece of clothing that you can see there, which is weird.
Oh.
Mm.
But it's all blurry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's still got the nude sensor, so.
She's a
worries.
modest lady. That's
Mhm.
Yes.
It's PG for now. Yeah, so this is, I don't really know, Scott, what is it? The pub at the end of the road?
Well, I set it up as more of, since the harbor master's office is directly above us, this is somewhere where he can go, they can do trading, they can do any of the office stuff they need to do,
Mhm.
you know, have a meal.
Very nice.
That's about it, you know.
Yeah,
I'd come and hang out in here. Let me out.
yeah, auto-opening doors.
Still not used to that.
And there's not much around
Wow.
here, this is basically the... Yeah, that's it, that's the corner of the world. But we can go up one level. If I don't fall off. Which I do. You even have the mailbox
like
set up over here. You never know.
I like how
Might get
you
later.
built with the terrain. Like it's not just like it looks like it should be here, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we tried that. We basically decided to have all the grey stone for the military installation, you know, the real hard rock, and then this is technically granite, which is, you know, the hardest rock you can have, but it looks more like, well, the brickier version of the regular stone, so we thought this would be for the more civilian offices. Yeah, we put some thought into that, and so far it works out. It's also a good way of actually hiding the rock that you don't want to see. I mean, from the outside it looks really good, and there's even detail on the inside. Quite a lot of detail, actually. That's
Yeah.
one of Scott's doings over here. But we're also hiding stuff, like, for example, the teleporter over here, so we can get around quickly when we have to transport masses of resources and things like that.
Right. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So this is the Harbor Master's office. You can even go outside and have a look at all the ships coming in. We do have a searchlight over here. It does work. You don't really see much of it, though. It's not really that much of a beam, unfortunately.
Oh, that's neat though.
Yeah, it's a nice view from here. You can see the lighthouse, barely. And you can see all the ships coming in. And that's exactly what you do as the Harbor Master. You keep track of who's coming in, who's going out.
I like how the rock is like over top of us too, like an overhang. That's really cool.
That was the main reason why we did this. We had this space and we thought, well, we can't really just leave it like that. Need to put some sort of building here that fits. And we thought Harbor Master might be a really good idea. I think that's the first thing we really built after the harbor itself was complete, and then we went on top and built the fort. All right, and then obviously we get into the town. So the first thing over here, since we're close to the harbor, is the warehouse district. So this is just for loading and unloading the ships and making sure they have all their goods, have their repairs done, have their crew assembled and all of that. So if you come over here, which is where you get into town usually, you have this lovely building with the dragon head on top, which is our distribution center. We'll get to that in a second. And then to the left, where pretty much all our animals are standing around currently, is where our warehouses are. Currently it's 2, it's bound to be more. We're gonna have like 3, 4 more of those just in this general area. And yeah, you might also notice that this is one of your mods, mostly. It just fits so well. I love this wooden texture, and the stuff you can do with the sign up there is really amazing. If you stick that just right, you have, you know, the text all over the walls. It took us a while to figure that out, but it's cool.
I love how they're all like lined up. That's so cute.
I think that was because they were following me earlier because I hit the wrong key.
We'll just say it was planned. It's totally fine.
It is, obviously. So it's not really much decoration in here, and I'm actually missing a wall for some reason. I think I missed it in the episode that aired today as well. This still has to be decorated. Yeah, it's pretty empty. But what we do have is a functioning elevator. An actual wooden elevator over here, which is obviously downstairs. Perfect. Come up. Aha.
Oh, that's neat.
I think that's... Is that from the Advanced Drafts mod? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that was one thing we wanted to do. This is a structure that resembles the old German Hanseatic style houses. You know, in the medieval ages, you paid taxes for the ground you built on, not for the actual size of the building. So you usually had the ground floor being smaller than the upper floor.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It was a cheeky trick, but everybody did it. That's what you
Yeah.
get to see when you visit old town centers in Germany, like Hamburg, for example. And this is one of those houses you would find there. You have your sturdy stone foundations, and then you build up in wood with pillar support and all of that, because pillars didn't count to the size of the house. And this is how they built the old warehouses mostly.
That's really cool.
hmm
I did not know that.
And then Scott built the one next to it and pretty much dwarfed mine in all details. Scott, where are you?
Yep.
Oh,
Right
oh,
here.
over here. Oh, there. Playing the doorstop. Alright, well, you explain that one.
Well, basically, I just wanted this to be a quick go through. Stuff comes in here and goes out the back door. I set it up so that you have a ramp on one side, steps on the other. This way, you know, for anything that's got to be moved, rolled, or anything else, you would be using the ramps instead of the steps, just to make moving the goods quicker and faster.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, since
Or
you had mostly
yourself.
stuff in barrels, that really worked well.
Yep. And then once you get up here, it's, you know, where everything's set up. And if you notice, you know, something worked out absolutely perfect for this.
I love when it's used as like a decor item because it was so fun to make
Oh,
and it's so
there's
adorable.
gonna be more of those. If you can make more of them, I take them all.
Just yeah, it's so cute. This looks so great.
Thank you. So I turned around and I set up as much as I could to just make it look like it's a warehouse. Goods are coming in, goods are going out. You know, even use the bridle saddles or the saddle tack, set that up on the walls for the different animals. This one being the small. We got the one that would fit the bear over here.
Very nice.
And then straight out the back door, down the ramp, and off you go.
oh, that's
Yep.
great.
And over
Awesome.
there is the city wall. That's probably gonna be... I don't know if we're gonna put an exit in there, or if we just use the main gate. This might just be, you know, a staff exit kind of deal, where you just have the merchants going through. We have to check for
Right.
duties and taxes and all of that. But yeah, this area is gonna be all of the warehouses. More to come. We're trying to incorporate as much of the terrain as possible. As you can see, this is built on one of the plateaus.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just like you would in a medieval city, you would just make use of all the terrain you have available to the best of your advantage.
Yeah, you guys did a really great job with that.
We're trying.
Zoa Live is asking how long it took you guys to build this.
You can check that on my channel and see when I started the playlist. It's what now, 3
Well,
weeks?
each building, yeah, but each building, you figure we do 3 to 4 hours
Yeah.
per building.
Yeah, and the decorating comes after that, mostly. I think the fort took the longest, because you just need to make sure it matches and looks good, and, you know, it has to look military and sturdy and all of that. That fiddling around was maybe like 5 hours, but mostly, yeah, 3 to 4. I mean, even that big thing here, it's 4 hours.
Wow, the style of it is amazing.
That was a combined idea of both Scott and me. We wanted to do something very different, and thought, well, if you come into town here, you need something to look at. So first of all, obviously, you will have trees and plants and all the stuff. But you come straight towards a tunnel here, and that's the first thing you notice then. That's why we built this building up like that. A Bronto won't probably fit through there, but a Parasar probably will. And anything that basically draws a card behind it should fit under here. So what we did is we tried to make pillars that look really sturdy. So we have these big stone foundations protruding out to the sides that don't stick into the road. Let's put it this way. going all the way through. So we have like that's 8 of these pillars, and rest the house on top. Used some chandeliers as mood lighting in here. And these hatches, these hatches around the bottom, they really make this look great, I think. Otherwise, it just looks like any other ordinary building, but this looks connected to the scenery.
Yeah. This, I don't know. It does. It looks, because of the base, it makes it look more sturdy and like it's actually supporting it instead of just,
And since these pillars are hollow, we actually lit some, we hid some torches in there, so during the night you don't only have like the little mood lamps around, you actually get some light in the place. It looks really cool. We're gonna turn on night a little bit later just to have a look. The building is pretty much symmetrical for both sides when you look at it. So over here you have an elevator that goes all the way to the top, just for funsies. So if you have heavy goods, you just put them on the elevator, bring them up to the top, and then you can just roll it down the ramps instead of having to push them up.
Oh, that's perfect.
Probably makes sense. Then you have a building built into this building down here. This one is a pub, as it says on the side. Hey, the grid is still on.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I put like 15,000 gasoline in there. Just to let it run so we don't ever have to worry about it. And then you have the big ramp for transporting all the goods. Obviously, with all the ships around, you have a lot of traffic here. It's the distribution hub, so a lot of stuff is going in and out, so you need room. That's why this is basically too wide. And then you have the rest of the lower building. I guess it's time for a pub tour. Let's get inside here. I'm just gonna sit here and be happy. This is my happy place.
I can see why. Oh my goodness.
We have a piano over here. There's a fire in the chimney. Everything looks good, I think. Up there you even have some storage. Obviously that's makeshift because we needed ceilings up there to attach the roofs. They work different than vanilla ARK. That's castles and keep. They need to attach to the wall below, not to the roof or to the ceiling above. So we needed to have something there. So we thought, well, might as well integrate it. So that's just, storage for the pub. They have their barrels of beer and wine and bread and whatnot up there.
Very nice.
And then down here it's just pub. You can look outside and have a look at the traffic.
Oh, it does. It looks gorgeous at night. Oh my goodness.
You have the hatch sticking through. Well, it looks good, I think. So we just leave it like that. Alright, that's this side. The other side is more of a storeroom, I'd say. There's not much really to see in there. We can have a quick look. Otherwise, it's dark. Didn't even notice. Yeah. Well, if you want to see the light when it's dark, now's the time.
Give me 1 second. Atlas, are you there? What happened to Zoa? Why is she... Can you fix that? She got banned for no reason? Okay. Continue, I'm sorry.
Yep, this is the dock at night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna play around a little with the time settings so we can see a little bit more at night, because we have like speed for the night is 5 times or something, so it will be dawn soon.
That looks great.
Yeah,
you did such a great job with all the lighting.
Best place at night is still in the pub or just in here.
Wow.
And you can really see where, the torches that are hidden inside the pillars, they do all of the light radius down here, and then you have this little mood light, which is your light.
Yeah.
You don't notice that there's torches, and that's what I like about this.
This looks amazing.
Thanks. We're trying. Right, so other side. Other side, like I said, symmetrical, so this is basically the same type of building down here, but it's more of a storeroom. You could say damaged goods. Anything that comes from the ship and needs to be sold immediately is stored here. If that makes sense. There's a lot of different things around here. Even some dodos. You want a dodo? I can sell you one. It's pretty cheap.
I can give you a bunch of rocks.
No, that works. We do that later. You need them for walking. These rocks are made for walking. That's a different song, though. Alright, and then I guess it's time to go out there and have a look inside.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's a distribution center, so this is where you store all the things. Let me switch light on.
Oh.
And this is all the
dinos.
stuff we could find in all the mods that's decorative in any way. I mean, even the cannons. Yeah, we put everything in here. I think there's a T-Rex in a box over here somewhere. Yeah, this one.
I do think, though, we forgot the kitchen sink. But...
Yeah, the kitchen sink is the only thing that's missing, but we have like 3 or 4 cauldrons in here, I believe.
This looks great.
Then same principle over here, stairs and ramps, if you want to go up. Up is empty. Didn't get that far yet.
We'll take a peek.
And yeah, that's pretty roomy. I mean, that shows you how big this house actually is.
Yeah.
Well, I think what we do up here is dry storage for grain and stuff, so we might actually just put down some crop plots or something.
Okay.
And we also incorporated parts of the stable into this. I added the support structure on the corners, or all around the walls.
Yep.
It's great.
Just to hold up the second floor, because there's obviously no pillars in here.
Yes.
If you want to have the room to move big crates. Oh yeah, we try to mix and match. It doesn't always work, because some of the structure, like Castles and Keep, for example, doesn't have the same size as vanilla. It's a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger, depends on what you're looking at. And then you have different snap points and all of that, but you know, we try to make do and make things possible. So far it works quite nicely.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I should have about, what, 2,500 hours in ARK now, and I just love building. That's one of the things. I mean, after a while, you've tamed your 100th Rex or something, and you can do mods and just one-shot them or whatever. It's all fun and games, but building, you can be creative. You can do whatever you want. And like I said, we're going to do the whole Viking Bay. So, yeah, it's going to be a thing.
This is great.
Keep expecting Jack Sparrow to pop out of somewhere. That's a good one.
Yeah, someone asked if this is a public or private server.
It's a private server. It's the SPG Scryptar Plays Games Patreon server. So, for everybody who wants to know, I am on Twitch, obviously. Just as Scryptar, as you can see me in the chat there. And I'm also on YouTube as Scryptar Plays Games. That's where you can find me. And in all of my video descriptions, you will have the links to all of my channels, all of my social media, and Discord, and all the other stuff. So, you know, come by, say hello, have fun.
Yep, and you're doing a whole entire series on this build, which will continue, so people can kind of...
That will easily be 100 episodes. I don't see this ending anytime soon. And I haven't done that in a while. I think the longest run I ever had was 75 or so for Anunnaki Genesis, like 2 years back.
I thought you and Cammy did, you combined those 2 seasons.
Yeah, we did. Well, then it was a little bit longer even, I think.
Yes.
But
yes,
yeah.
It was.
We combined them because on the first server we had a complete crash of the map and we just needed to restart it.
Oh no! Oh,
Yeah.
that's like the word.
Weird corruption there. I didn't know how to fix it. Then, now I would. That annoys me even more.
Oh no!
Right, over here we come into the market area. That's the second latest build we did. And yeah, I guess you will recognize all of the things over here. That's pretty much all you. And it fits so
I love
well.
how I love outdoor markets, and I love all
Yeah.
the trees here.
Yeah, I can see that by the detail you put into this. So that's why we try to put enough detail in here so it actually looks like a good outdoor market. I mean, there's some bits and pieces in here. Obviously, we have some custom plants in here, and then we added some armor stands or something just to make it more complete. And in the middle, we have our chicken coop. Since we have food stands and, you know, kibble and egg vendors and that stuff, you need to get that stuff from somewhere, so might as well have them right in the middle where you can't put anything else.
They look really happy too.
Yeah, they are happy because they survived. There were 8 in the beginning. Then I
Did
figured
they eat
out
the other ones?
yeah, one of the bushes had a hitbox that allowed them to climb out, or the dillos to climb in. I finally found that one and removed it, and now everything's good.
I see.
Still get
Ninja
ground filler here every
chickens.
now and then. It's a bit weird. Thought I fixed that.
Hey, buddy, don't come over here. I was being nice. Go to your own side. That's right. think he likes me.
Yeah, and then we come to the latest build, which is 95% Scott and 5% me. It's to our right. Over here we have the city gate, so that will lead into the next area, which will probably be a cafe, restaurant, merchant area. So we wanted to have, well, a sturdy gate and a garrison on the other side, probably, to section off the market district, but the financial center of the city, to not have any weird going-ons around here. And yeah, over here is the last building of the harbor district, which is the shipyard. Since you were so kind enough to make a sign that says shipyard.
Just for this occasion.
Yeah, I was so delighted when I found that, because we had talked about making a shipyard as part of the harbor since we started this. That mod we added like 2 days ago. I was sitting there like, yay!
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, and everything around here is custom, so all the rocks and trees and lamps and whatnot you see, everything is custom. There's not a single natural rock in this whole thing. Except for some ground clutter, which even if you scale it all the way down, you can't get rid of all the ground clutter, which is a bit of a pity. Yeah, but all the rest is definitely eco trees and all the lovely stuff. And yeah, this is a shipyard, as you can see by the big anchor. It still looks like the house is not really happy when it looks at you.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like either it's very happy or it has like a shocked face. It's like, oh.
Yeah, something like that. Alright, let's get in. Yeah, if I can. And that one is for you, Scott. You start this.
And this is for me. Alright. Basically, I wanted to just get a layout of what an office would look like for these guys that produce these ships. So, figure have a nice open office area where, you could have your blueprints set up, they can converse back and forth, discuss whatever needs to be discussed, and, everything out the other door into the yard where everything gets built.
Mm-hmm.
If you come up, thank you. You come upstairs, you got all your storage for stuff that's going to be going on to the ship, so that it doesn't get damaged or anything like that.
By the ARK weather that we all love.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Still working on the inside of this though. It's not finished. There's more to come.
And who is this little guy?
Oh, there it is. I was looking for it for half the day. Yeah, it's obviously, black, white, and red. It's my colors.
So, of course, we got this fabulous fireplace.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love that thing so much. That just shines. There's going to be probably a relaxation area around here as well, so for all the customers downstairs, they don't need to see when the owner of this building relaxes, but mostly it's storage for all the stuff that you don't want to get damaged, all the stuff that needs to be incorporated in the ships. And you have all the boxes and cabinets and equipment stored in these shelves and all of that. That's the reason behind this.
It's like the IKEA warehouse.
Exactly.
And then once you come out here, you got little area that's sheltered. Any other goods that is being used on the to build the ship or anything like that can be stored under here without worrying about them getting damaged. You come down here, you got even more, and it's all open, so you get a nice breeze coming through and everything like that. Over there is where we set up. That's basically a ship that had just got finished.
Yeah.
That's where we want the ships. They're getting their final fitting. But once you walk over here, this is where the actual dockyard is. This is where you do all the building.
This is so cool. Like, you have no idea. I'm sure you do, but you have no idea how cool this is.
This is the most complex thing we've done so far, and talking about 4 to 5 hours, this actually, I recorded that episode on 2 different days.
Oh my goodness.
Well, this only took me about 2 hours to do.
Yeah, wow. Plus all the rest we did around here, it's definitely more than just those 2.
Well, yeah, but that's all the decor and everything. But
Mhm.
just to get the basic shape of it and get everything set up and done took me a couple hours to do.
Yeah.
We got a smaller dry dock here for the smaller ships, and then the last one is for rafts to be built. You get a really beautiful view up here.
Oh yeah. Go upstairs.
This is perfect. Oh my goodness.
And obviously you have your clutter everywhere, all the boxes and tools you need to outfit the ship. You know, once the material comes in, once the wood and the nails and all the stuff arrives, you want to get to work. So there's grindstones around and barrels with plaster or whatever you need.
I basically set this up as I looked up photos of medieval shipyards, such like that. I looked at how they had their dry dock set. And then I kind of, just as I went along, I did a combination of the two. I know they use the pillars for when the ships get taller to help brace it. You got your basically basic cribbing to hold it in place. The the keel and everything like that, getting all that set up. And then once you start going higher up, that's when you start adding more pillars.
That makes so much sense. And it just looks so natural.
Thank you.
It looks so cool.
I set the rails down there so that, that's where your keel gets laid.
And there's a lot of plants around here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're sticking out under the stairs and everywhere. I mean, this is a well-traveled area, and you will have big goods coming through here, like the mast of the ship and all the stuff, so you won't really have that much flora around here, but everywhere where you don't really throw your stuff, like under the stairs, yeah, there's definitely plants there. Nobody cares about those, you know?
Right.
Weed grows everywhere, so that's what we've done here. There's even some vines around the house. Those are just amazing. I haven't even seen those. Scott found those, and I was immediately delighted that just fits.
I love those.
It's a shipyard. It's a wet area. Sure, yeah.
Oh, this is great. Oh my goodness. I just can't get over this part. Like, everything together is amazing, but there's just so much detail just right here, and it took you guys forever, I'm sure, so.
We're having fun with it. That's why we do it. Otherwise we wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, like, your videos of how it progresses.
Yeah, that's going to be going on for a while. And you're welcome anytime.
I'll, like, sneak in and steal some rocks and then
Yeah, sure.
wander around.
I know when a dodo is missing where it went.
It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm gonna run down one of these docks.
Absolutely love that you can actually drive these ships around. They're from the Advanced Rafts mod, just in case anybody wants to know. You can color the sails, you can set sail, you can, tuck away the sails, you can change the camera from like really zoomed in to really, really zoomed out. And speed settings and all of that, so they are fun.
This is great. Atlas, are you still in chat? If you have, Scryptar, if you have a link to either your YouTube or whatever, when Atlas gives you permission, you can post that if you want. You guys can watch his videos from the start of the build, and then, any progress he makes in the future.
Yeah, everybody's welcome.
Yeah.
I usually answer to all the comments, so if anybody has any questions, that's where you can do it. Just put it in the comments below, as everybody says. Or, like I said, every of my videos in the description has all the links to social media, to Discord, to Patreon, everything you need. That's where you find me. Just don't hesitate.
And they're asking if you have a mod list. Do you have that listed somewhere as well?
Yeah, the mod list. Whenever I do mod it, the mod list is also in the description.
Okay, that's perfect. That's great. Sorry, I missed a bunch of questions. What mods are on the server? Yeah, he'll post a mod list for you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the tour and for showing everyone. I just punched your rope, and I'm sorry.
Thank you for coming over.
Yes, thank you very much for coming over.
This is great. There you go. You can post your link now. Atlas just gave you permission.
Yeah, cool. So we'll do that in a second.
So yeah, thank you guys. This is lovely. I can't get over. It's breathtaking. It looks like, you know, a livable town, and people are here enjoying themselves. And not only that, but it's very productive the way you guys have set it up.
It looks like, well, we wanted it to look like it's real and not just, you know, some collection of awesome buildings. A real, purposeful town put together organically. Any town grows around the harbor district, and that's what we're doing here as well. There's still way more to come. I mean, obviously we need a nobles district, we need a middle class, we need the slums, we need a prison, we need a castle. There's going to be a ferry service, and you know, wreck diving and stuff like that. Yeah, we have a lot more ideas.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
We too.
All right, well, thank you. And I will talk to you guys soon, and let's see what the next thing is on the list to do.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
So, I hope you enjoyed all of that. That was definitely not the last time we saw Iku hanging out with us on the SPG Patreon server, so did you just poop? Seriously. So, if you want to be part of this, if you want to have the same amount of fun that we have creating all these lovely structures around here, you know where to find Discord, you know where to find Patreon. Yeah, it's all in the description below. So, I see you around. That's it for today, folks. If you like the video, subscribe for more, leave a comment if you feel like it. Don't forget to enjoy yourselves. See you soon.